Picture yourself standing in the midst of chaos, facing a storm of accusations, blindsided by betrayal, or dealing with an overwhelming crisis. Moments like these, when everything feels out of control, are the true test of inner strength. What if, through it all, you could stay calm, collected, and unshaken? That's the power of Stoicism, a philosophy that's been helping folks live more peaceful and fulfilling lives for thousands of years. The heart of Stoicism is simple. The only thing we can control is ourselves, our thoughts and actions. Everything else, from the weather to the stock market to how other people act, is beyond our control. When we truly accept this, we can let go of all that frustration and stress over things we simply can't change. But it doesn't stop there. Stoicism teaches us to zero in on what we can control: our character, our choices, and how we show up in the world. By choosing to live with integrity and purpose, we build a solid inner peace that doesn't rely on what's happening around us. And hey, if this resonates with you, if you're ready to bring more calm and clarity into your life, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join us on this journey. We're exploring all the tools and wisdom that can help you live a better, more fulfilling life. In this video, we're diving into 10 powerful Stoic lessons that can help you find that peace and take charge of your emotions. Stick around and let's explore how these ancient ideas can make a real difference in your life today. Ready to start your journey? Let's go. So your life can be divided into two categories: what we can influence and what we cannot. The real question is, how much of our energy do we waste on worrying about what we can't change? Imagine if, instead, we channeled that energy toward things we actually have power over: our mindset, our actions, our reactions. Think about it. We can't control the opinions of others, the unexpected events, or even the obstacles that suddenly show up in our path. But we have complete authority over our choices, our intentions, and the way we respond to challenges. Every day we're presented with opportunities to practice this power. When anger or frustration creeps in, do we let it consume us? Or do we pause, reflect, and guide those emotions toward understanding and resolution? Picture your mind as a vast, fertile garden. The thoughts you nurture are the seeds you plant. The more you cultivate seeds of optimism, focus, and determination, the more beautiful and resilient your mental garden becomes. But if you allow negative, destructive thoughts to take root, they grow like weeds, strangling your potential for growth. Clearing away those mental weeds is entirely within your control. You are not just a passive observer in your life. You are the creator of the landscape in which your mind flourishes. Does this mean we should ignore what's beyond our control? Absolutely not. Acknowledging the reality of external forces, whether it's a personal loss, a global event, or someone else's behavior, doesn't mean you're powerless. It means you recognize that while these events may influence you, they don't define you. Instead of wasting energy on the uncontrollable, you redirect it toward your own growth, your own response. Psychology has shown time and time again that individuals who practice emotional regulation, who focus on their internal responses rather than external stressors, lead happier, more fulfilled lives. Take, for example, a setback like being passed over for a job promotion. It's easy to feel defeated or question your worth. But what if, instead of dwelling on the disappointment, you asked yourself, what's within my power to change? You could improve your skills, network more, or seek a different opportunity that aligns with your values. Shifting your focus from frustration to action can be transformative. As Marcus Aurelius famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In accepting this truth, we let go of the exhausting need to control everything around us. Life will always throw curveballs. The winds of change will always blow. But instead of trying to harness the wind, we can focus on adjusting our sails. This isn't about giving up. It's about taking charge in a more meaningful way. It's about embracing the idea that we can't control every outcome, but we can control how we navigate through them. Imagine how different your life would be if, instead of reacting to every external disruption, you took a breath and decided how you wanted to respond. You become the architect of your emotional world, using challenges as a tool to sharpen your focus and strengthen your resolve. This inner mastery is the true essence of Stoicism. In the end, we may not be able to control every storm that comes our way, but we always have the power to steer our own ship. As Viktor Frankl, a survivor of the Holocaust, once said, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." That's where true peace lies, not in the absence of difficulty, but in the mastery of our inner world despite the difficulties we face. So, how will you tend to your mental garden? Will you allow the weeds of doubt and fear to overtake you, or will you cultivate strength, peace, and resilience within yourself? Imagine standing on the edge of a vast ocean, watching waves crash onto the shore. You can't control the waves, but you can decide how you respond. This is the essence of acceptance in Stoic philosophy, an approach that empowers us to face life's challenges with unshakable peace. As Marcus Aurelius so aptly captures in Meditations, life is filled with both triumphs and setbacks. What if, instead of resisting these inevitable ups and downs, you could learn to embrace them as natural parts of the journey? In daily life, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the unexpected. A missed bus, an important task slipping your mind, or a sudden change in plans can send even the calmest person spiraling. Marcus Aurelius would remind us that resisting life's natural flow only drains our energy. Imagine how different your day might be if, instead of feeling frustration over a traffic jam or a delayed meeting, you allowed yourself to let go and adapt. This doesn't mean ignoring the inconvenience. It's about shifting your perspective. Picture a day that starts off with one thing after another going wrong. Maybe you spill your morning coffee, forget an important task, and arrive late to work. It's tempting to let these small setbacks ruin your mood. But what if you approached each mishap with acceptance, treating it as just another wave in the ocean of your day? Instead of frustration, you'd likely feel a renewed sense of calm as you clean up the spill, tackle the task, and take on your day with resilience. Marcus Aurelius would encourage us to waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This wisdom can be applied to acceptance. Instead of wondering why things didn't go as planned, we can choose to act, to adjust, and to keep moving forward. Acceptance is not about passivity, but about power, an inner strength that grows when you focus on what you can control. In practical terms, this approach offers more than peace of mind. Studies from psychology show that accepting things beyond our control can reduce stress, enhance mental well-being, and even improve physical health. When you accept what you can't change, you redirect that energy to things you can influence. This shift allows you to become more adaptable and resilient, building what the Stoics called an inner fortress. Imagine how this mindset could improve your relationships. Often we experience conflict because we try to change others or because we resist the reality of who they are. By accepting people as they are, with their flaws and unique perspectives, we free ourselves from the burden of unrealistic expectations. This doesn't mean we stop caring or trying to influence others positively. It means we approach our relationships with an openness that fosters connection rather than conflict. Acceptance in relationships can feel like letting go of the need to be right, choosing instead to be understanding. What if you could become like a tree in a storm? Rooted, flexible, and unbreakable. When the winds of change come, you bend, but you don't break. You may not control the storm, but you do control how you weather it. And each time you practice this acceptance, you strengthen your resilience. Think of it as building a muscle. With every challenge, every wave you allow to pass over you, that muscle grows stronger. The power of acceptance extends beyond daily annoyances. When faced with major life events, loss, failure, or unforeseen changes, the ability to accept can be life-changing. Marcus Aurelius, in reflecting on the hardships of his own life, suggests that accepting these moments as part of the greater whole enables us to find peace even amidst adversity. This mindset is not only empowering but liberating. It frees you from the constant push and pull of what you wish would be, allowing you to fully engage with what is. And as you let go of the need for things to go a certain way, you may discover that you are more adaptable and ultimately more content. So next time life throws a curveball, ask yourself, is this something I can change? If the answer is no, take a deep breath and let it go. In doing so, you're not surrendering. You're stepping into a wiser, calmer state of mind. Remember the words of Epictetus. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. You're not only going with the flow, you're learning to surf the waves. Acceptance doesn't mean you'll always have it easy, but as you practice it, you'll find that life's challenges become less daunting, and your responses become more measured and intentional. You'll begin to notice a newfound peace, one that stays with you even when things don't go as planned. This is the power of acceptance, to meet each moment with an open heart and to live with an unshakable calm, no matter what comes your way. Values, free from the need to seek validation from others. How empowering would that feel? For many of us, the constant search for approval drains our energy and distracts us from what truly matters. Embracing the principles of Stoicism can help us break free from this cycle and build a life of inner calm and resilience. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. This lesson is especially relevant when it comes to protecting our mental and emotional resources. Seeking approval often stems from a desire to avoid discomfort or rejection, but in reality, approval is something we can never fully control. Instead, when we base our actions on what aligns with our principles, we reclaim our power and use our energy for things that nourish our growth and well-being. The key to guarding your energy lies in setting boundaries and choosing how to spend your time and attention. It might mean stepping away from conflicts that don't align with your values, or simply limiting exposure to negativity that drains your mental resources. Each day, consider asking yourself, am I spending my energy on things that bring me closer to my goals, or am I caught up in distractions? By consciously choosing where you invest your energy, you can maintain your peace and focus on what truly matters. Letting go of the need for approval is not about becoming indifferent to others, but about respecting your own needs and values. This may require saying no more often, which can be challenging at first, especially if you're used to putting others first. However, every time you say no to external validation, you're actually saying yes to yourself. When we embrace this mindset, we find that our happiness and sense of worth come from within, rather than from the fleeting approval of others. Self-reflection is a powerful tool to help you stay aligned with your values. Taking a moment each day to assess how you've used your energy and whether it aligns with your principles can help you make more conscious choices. In doing so, you're not just reacting to life's challenges, but actively shaping your path forward. This daily practice allows you to identify areas where you can make adjustments and continuously improve, building a life that reflects who you truly are. By focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't, you create space for true freedom. Stoicism reminds us that we don't need external approval to live a meaningful life. In fact, the pursuit of approval can often leave us feeling empty. By looking inward, we connect with what matters most to us. Ultimately, letting go of the need for approval and guarding your energy allows you to live with purpose and authenticity. The journey may not be easy, but each step brings you closer to a life where your actions are aligned with your values. So ask yourself, what could you achieve if you stopped living for others and started living for yourself? By embracing this perspective, you'll find a sense of fulfillment that no one else's opinion can shake. The choice is yours. Are you ready to invest in your inner strength and well-being? It happens to all of us. But what if we could look at those challenges differently? In Stoic philosophy, resilience isn't just about toughing it out. It's about using those very struggles to forge a stronger, more resilient self. Epictetus, one of the most respected Stoic philosophers, taught that hardships are like a chisel in the hands of an artist. These challenges shape us, sculpting the best version of ourselves. Resilience, in the Stoic sense, isn't about wishing for a life free of difficulties. Instead, it's about seeing these moments as part of a natural cycle, one that builds our inner strength. Imagine yourself as an unbreakable bamboo tree, strong yet flexible, bending with the storm but never snapping. That's the beauty of resilience. It's the ability to stay grounded, no matter how fierce the winds blow. What's powerful about Stoicism is the reminder that it's not what happens to us that defines our experience, but how we choose to respond. Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think of resilience as the lens through which we interpret our struggles. When we adjust our perspective, things that once felt insurmountable start to feel manageable. We can then see challenges as invitations to grow and learn, rather than as walls blocking our way. Building resilience doesn't mean pretending that life is always smooth sailing. Far from it. Life is messy, filled with unexpected twists and turns, and each time you face a challenge, you're like a runner training for a marathon, strengthening muscles you didn't even know you had. It's like that famous quote by Maya Angelou, "I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it." In every tough situation, you have a choice. You can let it define you, or you can let it refine you. Let's face it, resilience is about doing the hard work when things get rough. But it's also about seeing those rough patches as opportunities to build endurance and grit. The next time you feel overwhelmed, try to welcome that discomfort. Embrace it as a teacher. Remember, it's often in the moments that stretch us to our limits that we find our greatest strengths. Just like when working out, those reps may hurt, but they're essential to getting stronger. Each struggle, each moment of doubt, is a stepping stone toward a more resilient you. Here's a thought. The next time life throws you a challenge, take a breath and ask yourself, how will I respond? Will I choose to bend like bamboo and bounce back? Or will I let this storm uproot me? This isn't about merely surviving, it's about thriving. It's about learning to stand tall, even when the winds try to knock you down. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." Embracing resilience means tapping into that inner reservoir of strength. It's about cultivating a mindset that not only endures, but also grows stronger with every challenge. The Stoic path isn't an easy one, but it's a journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. A version that can thrive, not just survive, no matter what life throws your way. Solely by your values, not by the opinions of others. How liberating would that be? For many, the need for approval holds them back from living authentically, from making decisions that resonate with their true selves. It's like carrying an invisible weight that keeps us from moving freely, constantly whispering, "What will they think?" The drive for external validation often stems from a fear of rejection or discomfort. But what if you could embrace that discomfort? As psychologist Robert Leahy suggests, disapproval is inevitable. Instead of avoiding it, why not learn to accept it? Doing so can lead to a profound sense of freedom. Rather than expending energy trying to meet everyone's expectations, you can direct that energy toward what truly matters to you. When we pursue approval, we often sacrifice our goals, leading to stress and burnout. The irony is that in our attempt to please others, we often end up neglecting our. Building self-confidence starts with cultivating self-acceptance. It's about valuing yourself for who you are, independent of anyone else's approval. Reflect on your unique strengths, your achievements, and your values. What do you truly stand for? If you can answer these questions with clarity, you'll find it easier to act in ways that are true to yourself, even when others may not approve. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control other people's opinions, we can control how we react. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This means that your inner world reflects the things you focus on. If you focus on living authentically, you'll start to create a life that is truly your own. Consider this. Would you rather live a life that others approve of, or one that you genuinely believe in? This journey isn't about seeking conflict, but rather about embracing who you are, even when others might not agree. Begin by setting boundaries. Start saying no to tasks and commitments that don't align with your values. By saying no to others, you're actually saying yes to yourself. This is challenging, especially if you're used to putting others' needs first. However, learning to assert your boundaries is a crucial step in reclaiming your time and energy for the things that truly matter. Ask yourself, what am I giving up by seeking approval? You might be surprised by the answers. Perhaps it's time with loved ones, or the chance to pursue a passion project. By letting go of the need for validation, you create space for what genuinely matters. Imagine waking up each day knowing that you're living in alignment with your core values. What if, instead of worrying about what others think, you focused on your own thoughts and feelings? What if you could make choices based on what feels right to you, rather than what will garner approval? This shift can transform how you experience life. You'll find yourself less weighed down by stress and more in tune with your own needs and desires. If you're ready to start, remember this. Self-approval is your foundation. It's about valuing who you are right now. The journey of letting go of external validation is a step toward a life where your happiness and confidence come from within. And when you find that inner approval, you'll discover that you already have everything you need to thrive. So ask yourself, are you living for others, or are you ready to live for yourself? Practicing self-reflection is an essential Stoic habit that allows us to stay grounded and connected to our true selves. It's not just about introspection, it's about creating space for growth, aligning with our values, and strengthening our sense of inner calm. This daily practice, inspired by the wisdom of Stoicism, is a powerful tool for personal growth and well-being. Stoicism teaches us that self-reflection is not merely a mental exercise, but a practice of looking inward to assess whether our actions align with our values. As Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Taking time to examine those thoughts allows us to ensure that we're living in a way that feels authentic and true. When we pause to reflect, we create a moment of calm that helps us reconnect with what truly matters. The Stoics believe that life is best lived in alignment with one's values and virtues. By engaging in daily self-reflection, we can assess how well we embody those virtues and make adjustments as needed. Ask yourself questions like, did my actions today reflect the person I want to be? And how did I respond to challenges? Through this process, we become more aware of our strengths and areas for improvement, guiding us toward a path of continuous growth. Mistakes and setbacks are an inevitable part of life, but they don't have to define us. Self-reflection allows us to turn these experiences into learning opportunities, building resilience and a sense of calm in the process. As we look back, we gain perspective on how these moments have shaped us and understand that each experience, no matter how challenging, contributes to our growth. Reflecting on these lessons helps us embrace imperfection and see challenges as a chance to become stronger. Daily self-reflection need not be complex. The Stoics practiced reflection by simply taking a moment to think through the events of the day. You might find comfort in journaling, jotting down thoughts over a cup of coffee, or even taking a walk to process your day. The practice itself is simple, yet it yields profound benefits, helping you develop emotional resilience and clarity. It's not just about processing what happened, it's about living in alignment with your values. Through regular self-reflection, we can also develop greater empathy. Understanding our own emotions and reactions makes it easier to connect with others on a deeper level. When we are aware of our internal landscape, we are more likely to communicate with clarity and compassion. This practice builds bridges between us and those around us, enriching our relationships and enhancing our sense of connectedness. In a busy world, self-reflection is a way of slowing down. It's about making a conscious choice to live intentionally and to align our actions with who we truly are. When we reflect, we are choosing to live thoughtfully, and by doing so, we strengthen our foundation of self-awareness. By grounding ourselves in this practice, we become more resilient and capable of navigating whatever life brings our way. Journey toward becoming the person you're meant to be. It's about stepping back from the noise and reconnecting with your inner self, finding calm amidst the chaos. Embrace this habit as a daily ritual, a way to tune into your true self and align with your values. As you reflect, remember that this is a journey of growth, one that will bring you closer to a life of purpose, resilience, and inner peace. So take a moment each day, look within, and let the wisdom of Stoicism guide you on the path to a more fulfilling and centered life. Just when things seem to be going smoothly, a challenge pops up out of nowhere. But here's a little wisdom from Stoicism. What if those challenges aren't setbacks, but setups? Every time we face an obstacle, we're given a chance to grow, to become more resilient, and to learn something new. The Stoics believed that obstacles aren't accidents, they're part of the bigger plan. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." It's a reminder that the things blocking our path may actually be leading us where we need to go. Picture this. You're at work aiming for that promotion, but it goes to someone else. Instead of getting discouraged, ask yourself, what's the lesson here? Maybe it's a sign to build new skills or reconsider your career path. Sometimes the doors that close are the ones that push us towards something better. Or imagine you're facing challenges in a relationship. It's tempting to get frustrated, but think of it this way. This could be a chance to build stronger communication, deepen understanding, or grow in patience. As the Stoic Seneca put it, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Challenges can strengthen our bonds with others if we approach them with openness and a willingness to grow. It's all about perspective. Instead of seeing challenges as things happening to you, try seeing them as things happening for you. This shift in mindset can be a game changer. When we embrace our struggles, they lose their power to overwhelm us. They become tools for growth, part of our story, and markers of how far we've come. And remember, even some of the world's most successful people faced setbacks. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Challenges didn't stop him, they fueled his drive. That's the key. When we look at life's obstacles with curiosity and determination, they transform from roadblocks into stepping stones. So the next time you're up against something tough, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, what's this teaching me? How can I use this? Because every challenge you face is an invitation to dig a little deeper, to push a little harder, and to become a little wiser. In the end, challenges are the building blocks of who we are. They shape us, refine us, and bring us closer to our full potential. Remember, what we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Embrace those moments, take them as opportunities, and watch yourself grow stronger with every step. Turn your obstacles into opportunities, and let each challenge bring you closer to the person you're meant to be. Challenges as if you're caught in an endless cycle of obstacles and setbacks? What if I told you that the real power lies not in controlling what happens to you, but in deciding how you respond? This is the essence of Stoicism, a reminder that you hold the power to shape your reality with every response. It's not the events that define us, but how we choose to react to them. In a world that often feels chaotic, this lesson is more relevant than ever. Picture this. You're driving to work, already running late, and suddenly, traffic. The frustration starts building. You could let it ruin your day, but what if instead you paused, took a deep breath, and chose a different response? That moment of stillness is not a sign of weakness. It's an incredible act of strength. This pause is where you find power. It's where you decide to let go of what you can't control and focus on what you can. Maybe you use that extra time to listen to your favorite podcast or reflect on something positive. The power of choice is always in your hands. Think of it this way. Life is like a movie, and you are not just an actor. You're also the director. Every setback, every twist in the plot is yours to navigate with intention. When life takes an unexpected turn, it's your call whether that scene becomes a tragedy or an opportunity for growth. You're the author of your story, and with every conscious choice, you're writing a narrative that is uniquely yours. Let's say you're struggling with a tough work project. You're frustrated, maybe even close to giving up. Instead of seeing that frustration as a dead end, view it as fuel. Use that energy to find a creative solution or to reach out to someone who might have a fresh perspective. The challenge doesn't control you. Your response does. Research even backs this up. Studies show that reframing stress as a positive challenge rather than a threat can improve your performance and reduce anxiety. Heartbreak is another test of resilience. You might feel lost, but that depth of emotion can also be a doorway to understanding yourself better. It's an opportunity to strengthen your relationships with others, to show empathy and to grow emotionally. Life will have its calm days and its storms. Your job is to hold the reins, navigating with grace and resilience. But what does it mean to really choose your response? It's not about pretending everything is fine or suppressing emotions. On the contrary, it's about recognizing your feelings, anger, sadness, joy, and then deciding what to do with them. It's about being fully present, understanding what you feel, and then transforming that energy into something constructive. You're not a powerless passenger on this journey. You're the captain of your ship, charting your course through both tranquil and turbulent waters. What's amazing is that by choosing your response, you begin to see obstacles in a new light. Challenges become opportunities for growth. Difficult moments transform into stepping stones. When things don't go your way, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? That shift in perspective is what makes the difference between simply surviving and truly thriving. And when you thrive, you inspire others to do the same. Let's take another example. Someone criticizes your work. You could take it personally and let it eat away at your confidence, or you could see it as a chance to improve, to learn, and to strengthen your craft. It's about viewing feedback not as an attack, but as a tool for growth. Each response you make is like a brick in the foundation of your character. Build wisely. Ultimately, this is the power of Stoic acceptance, knowing that while we may not control everything that happens to us, we always control how we respond. This is not a path to an easy life, but to a deeply meaningful one, a life where setbacks don't define us, but our responses do. In every moment, you have the power to choose. Choose to be calm. Choose to grow. Choose to transform adversity into strength. Remember, your life is your masterpiece, and each response is a stroke of the brush. Make it count. Regrets or tomorrow's worries. Imagine if you could hit pause and immerse yourself fully in the present moment. Stoicism offers a powerful tool for this: mindfulness. It's not just a buzzword, it's a pathway to navigating life with resilience and purpose. But how can you make mindfulness a daily habit that transforms your outlook? Let's take a step back. Mindfulness, in Stoic philosophy, isn't about grand gestures or isolated meditation sessions. It's about finding magic in the mundane. Picture this. You're walking to work, lost in thought. Instead, what if you tuned into the sound of your footsteps, felt the breeze on your skin, or noticed the rhythm of your breath? Right there, you've turned an ordinary walk into a moment of mindful awareness. Science backs this up. Research from Harvard shows that mindfulness can reduce stress, enhance emotional well-being, and even boost our ability to focus. So why not tap into this ancient practice one moment at a time? Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, reminds us that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Mindfulness, then, becomes a tool to pull us away from imagined fears and ground us in what's real. Think of mindfulness as a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it gets. Ever been frustrated by a long line at the grocery store? Try using that time to focus on your breathing. You'll find it harder to stress over things you can't control. This habit of finding calm amid chaos isn't just useful, it's liberating. It's your mind's way of saying, I'm here, I'm present, and I'm in control. Here's a practical tip. Next time you sit down to eat, savor every bite. Taste the flavors, feel the textures, and resist the urge to scroll through your phone. Mindful eating not only enhances your appreciation for food, but also brings you back to the present moment. What other ordinary actions can you turn into opportunities for mindfulness? How about when you're driving, or even brushing your teeth? Now, mindfulness isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about facing them with a calm mind and a steady heart. When stress knocks at your door, mindfulness is that deep breath you take before you answer. It's the pause before reacting, allowing you to choose your response thoughtfully. In a world that constantly pulls us in a million directions, mindfulness anchors us to what truly matters. By practicing Stoic mindfulness, you're not seeking an easy life. Instead, you're building resilience one mindful moment at a time. And who knows? You might just discover that the present moment is more than enough. Be mindful of how you approach time. Watching the clock is not the same as watching the sun rise. Sophia Bedford Pierce. This quote reminds us that mindfulness is about truly experiencing the moment, not just counting down the minutes. It's a beautiful way to encapsulate the idea of being present and finding value in each passing moment. Constantly chasing after things you think will bring you happiness, only to find yourself back where you started? That's the snare of excessive desires. It's a cycle that can leave you feeling unfulfilled, always wanting more but never truly satisfied. Stoicism offers us a way out, a path to breaking free from this endless chase by uncovering joy in what really matters. Now let's get real. How often have you pursued something, a shiny new car, a bigger house, the latest gadget, only to feel that fleeting spark of excitement fade away? This is known as the hedonic treadmill, where you keep running for that next thrill but never seem to reach lasting contentment. Even science backs this up. Research has shown that once our basic needs are met, additional wealth doesn't significantly increase happiness. So why are we caught in this race for more? The truth is, we're often running ourselves ragged for things that don't truly enrich our lives. The Stoics knew better. They understood that endless desire is a trap that leads to discontent. Seneca, one of Stoicism's great minds, famously said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Think about that. It's not about how much you have. It's about whether you're always wanting more. Excessive desires are like stormy seas. They can toss us around and steer our lives off course, leaving us in a state of constant turmoil. So, what does it mean to limit your desires? It doesn't mean giving up on ambition or settling for less. Instead, it's about focusing on what genuinely enriches your life. Ask yourself, what truly brings you joy? Is it the thrill of a new purchase? Or is it something deeper, like the connection you feel when spending time with loved ones, the satisfaction of a job well done, or the peace of a quiet moment to yourself? These are the things that stay with you. They're the real treasures that can't be bought or sold, only cherished. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. That's from Plato, and it's a powerful reminder that happiness isn't about having it all, but about appreciating what you already have. By limiting excessive desires, you're not losing out, you're gaining control over your own happiness. When you let go of the need for more, you open yourself up to the things that truly matter. Here's a challenge. Declutter your desires just like you would declutter your closet. Make a list of all the things you're chasing and ask yourself for each one, do I truly need this? Will it bring lasting value to my life? More often than not, the answer is no. Simplifying your desires isn't about giving up. It's about making space for what actually matters. And here's something to think about. You might wonder, if I don't pursue what I want, won't I lose my drive? Limiting desires isn't about killing ambition, it's about redirecting it. Instead of chasing after every shiny thing that catches your eye, focus on cultivating gratitude for what you already have. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude regularly can improve your mental health, boost your happiness, and even enhance your physical well-being. It's a path to a richer life without constantly needing to acquire more. What about those big dreams, the ones that tug at your heart? Dreams are important, but Stoicism teaches us to keep them in perspective. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Happiness isn't about acquiring more, it's about appreciating what's already within your reach. When you limit excessive desires, you're giving yourself the freedom to find joy in the present moment. In the end, the richest person isn't the one with the most, but the one who needs the least. By focusing on what genuinely enhances your well-being, meaningful relationships, personal growth, and fulfilling experiences, you're creating a foundation of happiness that's immune to the changing tides of fortune. As Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Extends far beyond a simple thank you for life's obvious blessings. As Seneca emphasized, it's an active engagement with life, a way to find value in all experiences, both the positive and the challenging. For Seneca, gratitude wasn't tested in moments of ease, but in times of difficulty. In these moments, gratitude becomes a source of inner strength and tranquility, allowing us to navigate life's uncertainties with resilience. This perspective invites us to appreciate the small, often overlooked moments that make life beautiful. It might be the warmth of sunlight on a chilly morning, a friendly smile from a stranger, or the comfort of a familiar tune. By focusing on these everyday pleasures, we can shift our attention from what we lack to what we already have. This shift from scarcity to abundance is key to Stoic resilience, as it helps us find peace in the present moment and reduces our anxiety about the future. Seneca warned that constant craving for more can lead to dissatisfaction, a cycle that prevents us from appreciating what's already within our reach. For the Stoics, contentment is a form of wealth, available to anyone willing to cultivate it. By practicing gratitude, we learn to let go of comparison and recognize that we often have enough. This realization brings a profound sense of peace as we stop chasing external validation and instead value the richness of what's already ours. Gratitude in Stoicism isn't limited to personal well-being, it also strengthens our relationships with others. Seneca taught that by expressing gratitude, we honor those who contribute to our lives, reinforcing bonds built on mutual respect and recognition. Taking a moment to express thanks to a friend, family member, or colleague can foster connections that make life more meaningful. This community-focused gratitude reflects the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with others, enriching our lives with deeper relationships. Seneca advocated for the practice of daily reflection to cultivate gratitude. Keeping a gratitude journal or beginning the day with a moment of appreciation can help us maintain a positive outlook, even in challenging times. This practice isn't just about listing good things. It's about aligning with the Stoic ideal of a life well lived, one that's rooted in appreciation for the present moment. Modern research supports the Stoic view, with studies showing that gratitude can improve mood, reduce stress, and even enhance physical health. By regularly focusing on what we're thankful for, we stimulate parts of the brain associated with pleasure, fostering a more positive outlook that reinforces resilience. In difficult moments, gratitude can help us stay grounded, providing a sense of stability and inner calm. When we practice gratitude, we build resilience that allows us to thrive in the face of adversity. The next time you encounter a challenge, try pausing to reflect on what you can appreciate about the situation. Perhaps it offers a chance to learn or grow, or simply to practice patience. By reframing adversity as an opportunity for gratitude, you transform it into a source of strength. Embracing gratitude, as Seneca and the Stoics did, helps us navigate life with grace. This habit not only enhances our emotional well-being, but also brings deeper meaning to each day. As you practice gratitude, remember it's a journey that leads to a more fulfilling and tranquil existence. By seeing the beauty in the ordinary and cherishing each moment, we tap into a profound source of inner peace that endures through all of life's seasons. Seneca and his fellow Stoics remind us that gratitude is not just a response to life's joys, but a steadfast embrace of all that life offers, transforming our experience of the world and helping us live with resilience, contentment, and appreciation. You unlock the tools needed to find calm amidst the chaos of life. Gratitude and daily self-reflection are powerful practices that help you build a resilient mindset, enabling you to face challenges with grace and purpose. Every moment spent reflecting on your experiences and appreciating what you have fortifies your inner peace, guiding you through life's highs and lows with a steady, grounded heart. Are you ready to transform these Stoic principles into daily habits? Start small. Take a few minutes each day to look inward, reflect, and recognize the good around you. These simple actions can create a ripple effect, profoundly impacting your outlook and well-being. If you're eager to delve deeper into Stoicism and discover more ways to live a fulfilling life, make sure to subscribe to our channel, join our growing community, and together, let's journey toward a life filled with calm, resilience, and lasting contentment.